Amelia, raised in the competitive world of child beauty pageants, later finds success as a professional runway model before being swept off her feet by her dream man. Stick around until the end to see the making of an unexpected alliance. Welcome to your daily dose of Movie Pill. Today, we will be looking at an episode of a 2022 series titled Roar, The Woman Who Was Kept on the Shelf. Spoilers ahead, buckle up, and let's get right in. Once upon a time, there was a lovely little girl whose mother entered her in every beauty pageant in town. Her mother would often say, "If I had to choose between you being smart and you being beautiful, I would always choose beauty." These words left a lasting impression on the young girl. Immediately, I can tell that this mother is not the best of mothers out there. As she grew up, this girl transformed into the stunning Amelia, a successful supermodel with a promising future. While Amelia excelled in her career, she found it monotonous, grueling in terms of hours, and often faced unwelcome advances from photographers. During one of her shows, Amelia crosses paths with Harry, a charming millionaire. Their connection sparks a passionate romance, leading Amelia to move into Harry's giant mansion. She starts to believe that her life is resembling a fairy tale. Well, yeah, that really does sound like a perfect fairy tale. One morning, Amelia is roused by unfamiliar noises emanating from Harry's office. Curiosity piqued, she investigates and discovers Harry assembling a large shelf on the wall. This act surprises Amelia, as Harry typically prefers hiring professionals for such tasks. Today, however, he's feeling inspired. The shelf isn't intended for books or trophies, but as a thoughtful gift for Amelia. She appreciates the sentiment behind the gesture, but wonders if it'll accommodate all her shoes. At this point, Harry explains that the shelf is intended for Amelia herself. He envisions her spending her days there. From this perch, she'll have a clear view of the pool in Harry's workspace. Harry believes this arrangement will bolster his focus, allowing him to launch numerous businesses. He feels that by having Amelia within sight, he'll constantly be reminded of his motivation and what truly matters. Okay, that's kind of weird of you, Harry. Yeah, I get it, you love her, but this is too much. Amelia isn't keen on the idea and points out her own work commitments. Harry dismisses her concerns, suggesting she should quit her job since she doesn't enjoy it anyway. He believes Amelia is too exceptional to lead an ordinary life and vows to ensure she never faces any worries. He even pledges unwavering adoration while she occupies the shelf. Unconcerned about public opinion, Harry insists this arrangement would make him the happiest man alive. Eventually, Amelia relents and agrees to give it a try. Harry assists her in climbing onto the shelf and provides a pillow for added comfort. As he steps back, he comments on the picturesque view of their life together. He then heads off to prepare breakfast for them. Left alone in the room, Amelia tries to shake off the discomfort and focuses on making herself comfortable. Yeah, I don't think you'll be comfortable on the shelf, Amelia, no matter what you do. Sometime later, Harry and Amelia tie the knot. During their wedding celebration, Amelia remains perched on the shelf in her wedding gown, observing the guests as they socialize. When Harry gives a speech, he toasts to Amelia, making her feel flattered by the attention. As the festivities end and the night falls, Harry retrieves the ladder, and the couple spends their wedding night together on the shelf. As the days go by, Amelia tries to occupy herself by reading magazines, doing her nails, and exercising. Her heavy breathing during workouts occasionally distracts Harry from his work calls, but he claims it's his work that distracts him from her. Okay, this is just getting weirder and weirder. Harry showers Amelia with extravagant gifts almost daily, including beautiful flowers, dazzling jewelry, and delicious chocolates, often commemorating various international holidays. However, the initial excitement of the arrangement starts to wane. Remaining on the shelf proves to be extremely dull, and even the household staff seldom engage with Amelia beyond basic inquiry. This lifestyle strips Amelia of her independence, autonomy, and free will. Harry starts paying her less attention, merely blowing her a kiss before leaving and no longer giving her gifts. He fails to notice the beautiful dresses Amelia wears for him, and becomes annoyed by any noise she makes while he works, ignoring her attempts at conversation or humming. Wow, Harry really acts like a scumbag after all Amelia is doing for him. Amelia becomes nothing more than a decorative object on the wall, a literal trophy wife. One afternoon, Amelia dons her most glamorous dress, hoping Harry will at least look her way. Instead, Harry notices the lack of a natural light reaching his desk and has his employees turn it around. Now Amelia is left staring at the back of her husband's neck, unable to hold back her tears. 3 years later, Amelia remains on the shelf. She hears Harry return from work, but he doesn't come to see her, having grown distant and bored. Despite calling out and even screaming his name, Amelia fails to capture her husband's attention. Poor Amelia, left to spend every day on a shelf like some doll. She's not even getting attention anymore. This final rejection pushes Amelia to decide it's time to leave the shelf. Getting down proves challenging. While the distance to the floor isn't great, after years on the shelf, Amelia's perspective is distorted. To test her resolve, Amelia first practices telling her shoe that she wants to break up, then discards it. Watching it fall heightens her fear, but she remains determined to leave. She tries with the second shoe, realizing she needs to take a leap of faith. Slowly, Amelia starts her descent, eventually losing her grip grip and falling to the floor. It took her too long to decide to break up and leave. Though it feels like a long, terrifying fall from Amelia's perspective, she lands quickly and mostly unharmed, save for some soreness. Walking proves challenging after years of inactivity, her legs having atrophied. Using furniture for support, Amelia manages to stand and begins the awkward process of walking outside, ready for a transformative journey of self-discovery. Feeling the breeze on her face again fills Amelia with joy. She explores her surroundings with the wonder of a child experiencing the world anew. Dancing around in happiness, she touches the pool water, tosses tennis balls, and dances through the house's corridors before putting on her shoes to head to the street. Climbing onto the mail truck, Amelia heads downtown. I can't even imagine how free and independent Amelia felt here. Upon reaching the city, Amelia's eccentric behavior continues as she gains confidence in her walking. Feeling like she's reintegrating into society, she hugs the mail truck, greets strangers, dances on a table, and even asks a man for a ride on his Vespa. The journey is exhilarating, and upon reaching the coastal area, Amelia disembarks to continue her exploration. There, she dances with a stranger, removes a man's parking ticket, joins a yoga group, chases after a dog, and eventually finds herself at the beach, where a flash mob joins her in dancing. Taking a refreshing dip in the sea brings Amelia back to reality. Afterwards, she attempts to strike up a conversation with strangers, but they show little interest in her joy and decline to lend her a towel when she asks. Feeling cold and isolated, Amelia decides to wander around town once more. She stumbles upon a makeup store and notices some women getting makeovers, contrasting their radiant appearances with her own worn-out reflection in the window. Her mascara is smudged and her concealer is worn off. Wanting to regain her sense of beauty, Amelia enters the store and uses the free samples to freshen up her face, instantly feeling uplifted when she no longer looks disheveled. One of the clerks, Jordan, is impressed by Amelia's makeup skills, mentioning that it took her a while to become adept. Jordan wonders if Amelia is a makeup artist, so Amelia quickly corrects her, explaining her role as a decorative presence for a millionaire. Surprisingly, Jordan doesn't judge her for it, sharing that her mother taught her that happiness is what truly matters. Amelia reciprocates by sharing her mother's beauty over brains philosophy, to which Jordan responds that she doesn't have to choose, she can have both. This perspective deeply resonates with Amelia, as she had never considered it in that light before. Before Amelia departs, Jordan attempts to make a sale since she works on commission. However, Amelia must decline the offer as she doesn't have any money with her. Shortly after, Amelia returns home and gazes at the shelf for a moment. Overcoming her hesitation, she grabs a fire poker and begins dismantling the shelf. It starts off slowly, as breaking such a large object is intimidating, but soon it becomes increasingly satisfying. Amelia's pace quickens until almost nothing of the shelf remains. 1 year later, Amelia launches her own makeup store, branded with her name. It becomes a massive success, with long lines of customers eagerly waiting their turn. However, old habits die hard. At the store, Amelia reverts to familiar pattern. She sits on a platform beneath a neon sign that reads "Let everyone look," intending to serve as an example of both her beauty and business acumen. After everything, it's heartbreaking to see that Amelia has returned to her old ways. She is so much more than a pretty doll to look at. Yet, when customers approach to compliment her appearance, they often don't stick around to hear about her other qualities. Despite her entrepreneurial success, Amelia finds herself perpetuating the very beauty standards that marginalize women, reduced once again to a living trophy. Amelia's journey from a decorative trophy to a successful entrepreneur highlights the complexities of social expectations. Her story underscores the importance of valuing intelligence and inner beauty alongside appearance. I rate this episode a 7.5 out of 10. Comment down below what you would rate it. Looks like this movie pill is starting to wear off. But don't worry, there's always more where that came from. Tap here to keep the effects going with this next movie, because who can stop at just one? And while you're at it, don't forget to like and subscribe, because your next movie dose is just a click away.